Welcome to the Scientific Investor channel. The cryptocurrency market is kind of bouncing to the upside. We saw a bit of surge in last couple of days and now getting a bit of consolidation in that area and bouncing to the upside. Now this is XRP on a daily, and we can see that the price actually is in kind of a new uptrend, and it reached the 200 moving average. That's the line into green. It is kind of flirting with that level and now showing that it's gonna bounce to the upside. The reason which I say that, we can see the long-term resistance line here. We managed to breach above that, but yes, we have our resistance from the 200-day moving average. But the positive news is we breached above that resistance level. Now at the same time, when we are looking at this pattern, which is the falling wedge, we broke to the upside. Now that's kind of a new trend starting, and it kind of supports with this one. Look at this is a head and shoulder pattern, which if we drew the neckline here, we can see that the price actually broke to the upside. So if you take the measured move for this one, it will be near 0.3, but if you take the measured move for this falling wedge, we will come near 0.4. so that's kind of a positive attitude looking towards the technical in next coming week, months ahead. So that's not only the short term but for the long term as well, because if you zoom out and take this line forward, you can actually see that this is like a long term resistance line which we were in like almost around 2 years, and now we managed to break above that. So that's kind of a good news. Just if you look at this in a 4-hour chart, you can see that now we are actually moving to the upside. We retested, we came back down, retested this area. Now we are moving to the upside. So once we move to the upside and reach above the 200-day moving average, then it's gonna be pumped. Like we hopefully will get a pump to the upside. Now this is the 50-day and 200-day moving average which we have plotted. So if we actually put in the 20-day moving average in blue, we can actually see that 20 is already breached above the 50, and the price is getting supported by the 20-day moving average. So that's kind of a positive trend for short term. Now this is the first one from John Wick, is showing that in 2020 some features of Ripple based money tap are expected to be launched. The application is expected to finally go live in 2020 after it has seen the testing phase, and now this is coming up with 0 transaction fees. So that is going to be huge. That's actually from this is from nothing. It's showing SBS Ripple Asia money tap gets investment from 34 banks. So this is kind of moving into a new phase of adoption with a lot more to come. When this will be enrolled, like you can see the transaction in a matter of seconds in the palm of your hand. Now that's from Brad Garlinghouse, right? So when this is going to happen, see, the brick and mortar banks is anyway kind of failing. So if they want to stand up to compete with each other, they need this technology. Now this is a disrupting technology which is already disrupting the financial industry. Now this is not just my opinion, but we got the confirmation with kind of the same words from Christine Lagarde previously. Now this is the next one from XRP researcher, showing XRP did it again, new all-time highs record. Now we usually used to discuss about the new all-time highs coming up almost every day for USD to Mexican peso, USD to Philippine peso. So the corridors which are actually active is kind of grinding to the upside most of the day, making new all-time highs. So that is showing like the volume up 4 million in last 30 days for this corridor. Now that's kind of ramping up the usage of the digital asset XRP. Now, as we discussed in this channel, we know that XRP is kind of a global bridge asset, and moving forward it will become the standard for payments and settlements. Now this is the next one from Crypto Bird, and it is showing that it's literally the first time I have ever bought bullish XRP chart in my entire career. Now any XRP fans here? Yeah, we are all XRP fans, right? We are from the XRP community members. We are XRP community members, and we belong here, and we will be here for a long term. Now, in this chart, you can actually see that the long-term trend has been reached. Then it was consolidating, and it's moving up high. So if you actually open that and zoom just this area, it's kind of Wyckoff pattern forming there, right? The change phase A, phase B, phase C, then moving forward, moving into spring, and then moving up high. Now This is another one from XRP call. Now, yes, the point raised by him was like $145 by end of the year. Now, yeah, it can happen, but I personally don't think that's gonna happen just in 2020 within 1 year. I'm personally expecting even if the price explodes, it may reach $14, not $145. Now, yes, it's up to your imagination, as Dave Joss indicated. Like, it's up to your imagination. You can calculate whatever price based on the criteria you are looking at, like the factors, say the total assets in the world, total money in the world, total transactions in the world, whatever you want to make it up to, it's going to be like that. But the point which he is showcasing is towards the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, then the upcoming era, like SBI in Japan is high on XRP. We all know that, and they are actually trying to make XRP as a standard for payments in Japan before this event. Now, if that happens, yeah, that's in Tokyo, that's in Japan, and yes, the market will be kind of ready looking at Japan, a developed economy, and others will be saying, if they are doing that and they have some positive advantages with this, why can't we do this? Or at least why can't we try this, right? So others will also move towards that direction. Now, this is like XRP Ripple Asia's money tap gets invested from 34 banks. So banks don't invest $1, $2, right? They invest in millions and billions. So the entire ecosystem is actually getting a lot of investments moving forward. Now, we actually were in the bearish trend, as we saw in the chart. We were moving from the top of around 0.5 to the downward direction from last 5 months, and we reached around 0.17 in this one, say 0.1716. Now, this is eToro, the platform in which I trade. So the charts are, even though I trade in this, it's not like I'm saying this in a negative perspective, but still the options for technical analysis in this platform is limited. But somehow I just ended up using this for today's video, and I'll try to maneuver through this options. Now, guys, as we talked, now this one is like XRP smashes 25. Yes, we went to downwards till 0.17. Now we are slowly grinding to the upside from there, and we managed to break above the resistance lines, and we touched around 0.25, and now we manage to stay above that. So that's like an indication that the price is gonna go to 0.3. Now, yes, we completely agree with that. In shorter time frame, say the head and shoulder pattern, as it is confirmed that it's going to move to the upside. Now, yes, there will be different perspective based on different analysts. Say you'll be a different analyst having a different mentality from me. You will maybe draw this as a cup and handle. Now, yes, it's completely valid. You can draw this as a cup and handle as well. So still you will get kind of a similar take profit area or a target. So that's again validating that we already managed 0.25. We came back down, we retested that area. If you want to see that retest, you should actually go to a 1 hour chart or a 4 hour chart, in which you can see that the price went above, came back down, and now it's bouncing up. So if you want to see that as a confirmation, now we'll actually move into a 4 hour chart. And in this 4 hour chart, I will try to draw a line, which is like, there's a horizontal line which I'm picking here, and you can see I drew this line here just to show that this was a previous support area. This acted as a resistance here. Now, once we went above this area is kind of acting as a support resistance area. Now, the reason I'm saying support resistance area instead of a support line is because most of the time, if we just plot one line, it won't be accurate. So you need to actually highlight that in a rectangle. Say you are going to highlight. Now, see, we are going to highlight this in a rectangle phase, showing that this is the support and resistance area for this one. See, this area was getting supported previously. Now, again, here it's getting supported, and here it is a resistance. So we have actually managed to move into a support resistance area. That means we are kind of managed to get back to this trading range, and hopefully with this volume and the push, we are going to move to the upside. Because if you look at the weekly chart, you can see that the MACD has already closed, and we are in an uptrend in weekly. So that's actually a positive news. The analyst here in this Wyckoff pattern is actually discussing about, the spring is coming, and we are kind of waiting for that. But personally, I have a bit of contradiction with this one. Say in this particular item, he's actually showing that we haven't still managed to reach the spring phase, right? But personally, I think we actually already managed to reach that phase. Like if you look at this is a weekly chart, and if you put this chart in his way, Now, yeah, I'll take out these lines, try to make this a bit more clear for you guys. So in our previous videos, in 1 or 2 month old videos, we have actually discussed about the Wyckoff pattern. And we were actually talking about the emerging spring here. The reason which we highlighted during that time is, say, this is the first phase and this is the second phase in which the price is kind of sinking towards the down. But yeah, we were wrong there. We called it a bit early. Rather, if you look at here, this is kind of the spring coming up here. So if you actually compare that with this one, you can actually understand that we had already moved in this area. So that bounce, and now we are slowly grinding to the upside. Slowly, if you just look at the video, you can see that we are slowly grinding to the upside, coming back into this trading range. That's kind of a validation that we are moving to the upside. Now there's the next one from Crypto Gazette. It's showing XRP surpasses 25, and option is also boosted with its latest move. So when price is moving to the upside, day by day, week by week, and when it is getting a positive attention, that's when kind of everyone would be looking at this asset. Think when the price is actually going down, it's at the bottom. Yes, it should be the perfect time to buy that asset at that time, but most of the time no one does that. Every time when the price is moving to the upside, even the masses follow that. But yeah, it's nothing wrong. You can take out your profit anyway. Profit is profit, right? Now, as this is the Ethereum chart, and you can actually see a kind of similar trend. If you put the Ethereum in 4-hour, you can actually see that it's moving to the upside. It has kind of a new trend. If you draw the lines here, you can put it like this. So that's like a bullish pennant you are getting there, and most of the time, yes, it break to the downside. So there's a bit of caution to be taken for Ethereum there, because the price can actually retest and come back around 175. So if you look at the same for XRP, now this is a 1 hour chart for XRP. You can actually draw your line like this. Say if you are looking at the chart like this, you can actually draw your line like this. Say a new trend is emerging for XRP, in which this is kind of the middle, this is kind of the top, and this is kind of the bottom area for that resistance. So now if you want to see that, this will be how you can actually understand how the price is actually moving. So if the price is actually managing to break above this one, then it should actually move and come around 0.28. So where we are actually talking about like 0.28 to 0.3 area will be the next target. So guys, that's all for today, and I would like to request you guys, if you guys like the content I provide on a regular basis, please do support the channel, hit the subscribe button. And yes, I repeat again, for yesterday's video, I'm sorry, there was a technical issue with the audio quality and it was really bad. And yes, yesterday's video is the most unliked video in the entire portfolio. And yes, it should be the one with most of the dislikes, because even though I had that technical issue, I uploaded that video. But yes, being frank, I understood that only after one of my viewer highlighted that, because I was in a bit of hurry and I didn't check the audio quality and I uploaded that. But I didn't actually take it down even after recognizing that, because I thought, if you are a daily viewer of this channel, you can just mute the audio and you can go through the information we are trying to put it out. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll meet you guys on the next one. Bye.